We're talking this afternoon about children's health, about parenting, about education, and sharing some inspirational stories too. Up next, meeting a teen who is turning trash into treasure, and how can perhaps e-waste, so electronic waste or e-waste, can be defined as those discarded electrical or electronic devices, as well as used electronics that are destined for refurbishment, reuse, resale, salvage, recycling through material recovery or indeed disposal. What can we do about it? Well, 15-year-old Riva realised just how much electronic waste was being thrown out, and she wanted to do something about it. To date, she's helped recycle, wait for it, 25 tonnes of e-waste, thanks to her fellow students who've supported her and spread the word. And she joins us live on the line now. Riva, well done. Thank you. We're going to be talking a little bit about how you've done this, but I'd love for you to share why you were concerned about the amount of electronic waste in Dubai. Why did it catch your eye and indeed your concern?
Well, 4 years ago when we were moving homes, we had a lot of old electronic items which, needed to be disposed of. And when I asked my mom, why we can't just throw these items away, she advised me and she told me that these items need to be treated differently and can't be thrown in the bin. But she wasn't completely aware of where these items can be disposed. And that's when I decided to research myself, and I realized that over about 40 to 50 million metric tons of e-waste is generated in the world every year, and out of which 150,000 tons is generated in UAE each year. And after hearing these numbers, I was concerned, and I thought that something has to be done about it.
And, we are living in a consumer culture where, a new model of phone comes out and everybody wants to get on that, or, being gifted electronics. Our kids are using tablets and computers more than ever. So this is an inevitable byproduct of technology just becoming more and more interwoven into our lives. We understand all that. But I think for many of us, much like, your mum saying, this can't just go out with all the other rubbish. It's got to be treated differently. And often there is a big upside to doing it differently as well. So tell us about your idea then.
Well, I thought that there were many people, just like my family, who may not have the awareness and, more importantly, time to go themselves to dispose of the e-waste in a proper recycling center. And myself also, I did not see many recycling bins or centers which were easily accessible in communities. So I decided to make a small brochure with the help of my parents and distribute it in my building, which had facts about e-waste, and I offered to collect the items from the people for recycling. But the brochure, it didn't get a very good response, and it was only taken seriously by the people who knew my family very well. And that's when my dad, he advised me to make a video and upload it on social media, which went viral, and I managed to collect over a ton of e-waste in 2017. Yeah.
I love this. Battling a tech problem with more tech for good. Love it. So again, momentum then really quickly after the video, which makes sense because it's your opportunity to talk about your passion in this problem. And sometimes when it comes to the written word, it just doesn't, communicate as well. So by having that personal touch, people started to really understand why this was a worry for you and what could be done about it. So then a huge amount of waste. So this is you in your own time, off your own back, doing it. So you were collecting and having people drop off waste. And tell us then, where were you taking it and what happened to it?
So all this electronic waste that I collected, I tied up with a recycling center called Enviroserve, and whatever items I collected, I gave it to Enviroserve for recycling, where these items were segregated. Enviroserve has a lot of high-tech machinery where all the components in the items are segregated, like metals, copper, and plastics. So Enviroserve deals with the recycling of the items which I collect.
We'll be speaking to them shortly to find out exactly what happens next. And I know, of course, the last 12 months, things have been a bit strange on that front. How have you had to adapt the campaign in order to be safe and secure? And also a lot of people having a bit of a spring clean, when they're spending more time at home. So perhaps the need to recycle responsibly has been greater than ever.
Yeah, it really has been.
And are you managing to still keep the campaign going even in these unprecedented times?
Well, actually, my campaign recently just ended. It was for 10 days from the 20th of December to the 30th of December, where 60 people registered for my campaign, and together we were able to collect and recycle over 2,000 plus devices, in fact. It just recently ended. Yeah.
Congratulations. It really is. It takes someone quite special and determined to make these things happen, especially in these strange times. And having plugged into this problem, apologies for the appalling pun, has this changed your perspective on the world? Has it even kind of led to some changes about future studying or career choices?
Honestly speaking, I'm truly passionate about this, but I would definitely look into doing this in the future as well. This is definitely one career choice which I think that it would definitely be beneficial and amazing to get into. So.
Well, thank you so much for sharing what you've been up to. And you are partnering with Interview-Riva, and I'm sure you do have bigger plans. Can you tell us what's in store for the future?
Yeah, well, after every campaign, like you said, I get more and more inspired, and Interview-Riva has always been very supportive. I think my plan for 2021 would be to have every school in town form chapters for We Care DXP e-waste recycling program, and each school eco-ambassador, would further drive the program within their school. So together, we can have a great multiplier effect and recycle, more and more items. But in the past, I've also done a lot of other social causes, like my menstrual hygiene campaign, where I supported 700 girls from the tribal region of Maharashtra in India by providing them a year of sanitary pads for a year. And I spent time with these girls, and I realized that they faced many other problems, like having to walk 4 to 5 kilometers to school every day without proper footwear. So I actually raised funds to support 600 girls from this region with shoes, but it was postponed because schools shut down due to COVID. So, in the future, I plan to carry out similar causes which I feel and I'm passionate about, and continue with my e-waste recycling drives as well. And I wish to expand the campaign to more schools and create awareness and recycle more as well, like I mentioned before.
This is why I love speaking to teens, because teenagers tend to get such a bad rap. All the lazy tropes about being lazy, and you, and unfortunately many like you, both here in the UAE and internationally, really holding a mirror up to us who are perhaps more than twice your age, about taking initiative, showing passion, showing compassion, and really making a difference. So Riva, thank you so much. For anyone who's listening who is doing a bit of an audit, thinking about all the stuff they've got in their house that could be recycled, that e-waste, what's the best way of them taking care of it responsibly?
Well, firstly, like you said, these electronic items need to be recycled. So do not just let it pile up in the house and just keep it there, because they contain a lot of harmful gases and chemicals. So that could be hazardous to health. And I definitely think that you should approach a recycling center which is nearby your place, and recycle these items and deal with them.
Thank you so much, Riva. We are going to be speaking to Interview-Riva after 4:30 this afternoon to find out what happens next, but wishing you and all your future campaigns the very, very best. Up next, if it's fashion rather than tech,